Today we're going to be playing with some of the new boars in this format. I'll just quickly go over what I've been cooking up otherwise though. Like we got a I was building a Forgefire deck that's been working out like alright. It's fairly reasonable. The whole Forgefire, Satyr Wayfinder, Blanchwood Prowler sort of draw engine is decent. It's been doing all right so far, but that's not what we're not playing with this deck. This is before the new set came out. All right, this is what I was playing before the new set came out, and then when the new set came out, I immediately decided to make a Swine Rebellion deck, and this is what I came up with for that. But the problem with Swine Rebellion is that if you're not if you're not familiar with this card, which you may not be because it literally just came out, if you control 3 or more boars with different names, conjure each card from the 3-pig spellbook onto the battlefield. So that's first little pig, which lets you exile an artifact or enchantment. That's second little pig, which can grow up into a 4/4 flyer, which is permanent. So if you reanimate it, you get a 4/4 flyer back. And then the third little pig, who gets bigger when it's in the graveyard or in play, and you conjure something, which we would be doing via Swine Rebellion and Porcine Portent. But the cool mode of this card is that you get all 3 little pigs into play. So that's 2/2, 2/3 that can turn into a 4/4, and a 3/3 because it triggers off of this conjuring. So it's pretty good. You get like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 power, 7, 8. A 7/8 worth of power divided over 3 things. So it's pretty cool, but it's difficult to enable. Obviously, in this version, I have the Universal Automaton and Changeling Outcast as 1 mana drop boars, and then you can use Retrofitter Foundry to turn them into 4/4s if you want to do that, if you're not going for Swine Rebellion right off the bat, or if you've already cast a Swine Rebellion and you don't need these 1/1s anymore. So this is I've been playing around with this for a little bit, but I think that this version, even though it's like more all in on all of these boar cards, is not the version that I want to be playing right now. The other version that I want to be playing is a little less it's a little less dependent on those new cards, and it's more dependent on Drover of the Swine, which is another new card. So when it enters the battlefield, you can conjure a pig into play, which is fine if you just want to get a first little pig to exile something problematic, or a second little pig if you just need to get in the last few points via flying. You don't want to get third little pig. Third little pig is done. We don't want third little pig in this deck, because we're just not conjuring that much. But more importantly, what you can do with this is return 3 boar creature cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield. So we are playing with Krosan Tusker, we are playing with End-Raze Forerunners, and we're playing with Nessian Boar as our big boys that we're going to be reanimating. So what happens when we get a 7-drop stuck in our hand? Well, we got Liliana, and we have a few copies of Bone Shards. So that's what we're going to try to be doing. We still have the Changeling Outcast and Universal Automaton beginning with Retrofitter Foundry, just because that's one of the best sorts of boars that we can be reanimating to keep us in 4/4s. We're not trying to reanimate Swine Rebellion, so like I'm not sure if this suite is as good in this deck as it is in the other one, where we are trying to activate Swine Rebellion. But I've been playing with this for a little bit, a few matches, and it seems like it's fine. Other notable cards, we got Faceless Agent finding us boars, and it is a boar itself. This is also good in the other deck because it is basically 2 boars with different names for the most part for Swine Rebellion, which is pretty good. In Graveshifter, we got a Gravedigger that is itself a boar. It does not look like a boar here, but that's why boars are so dangerous. They could be anyone. So we're just going to try to jam some matches with this. So far, it seems like okay. As predicted, casting Drover and getting an End-Raze Forerunner onto the battlefield is good. It is a good thing. So we're going to try to do that sometimes. And if we're not doing so well, then we'll try this. And if we're not doing so well with this, we'll try this deck. But for right now, I just want to go hog wild. So that's what we're going to do. It is sad that this deck, like, really can't fit Porcine Portent, but I just didn't think it was, I just don't think it's needed in this deck. Alright. Let's see, so we got, not a great hand. I think I'm gonna mulligan this just because it doesn't do anything. It drops a 1/1, and then there's no follow-up plays. So let's mulligan, see if we can get something a little bit better. I mean, still slow, but it's better. What we can do is put back... It's interesting. I actually think we want to put back Krosan Tusker. Nah. We'll put back Graveshifter for now. Alright. And then we'll pass, and I will say hello to my opponent. I saw that they said hello to me before. So maybe this will get us up to 5 for the Nessian Boar. We'll see. Alright, we'll Swamp Cycle for a white source. Oh, well, we'll play a Blooming Marsh while the getting's good. I guess I could have just played Godless Shrine there and played Blooming Marsh next turn. That's probably true. I just switched up the mana base, so like I'm still not on the best heuristics for the lands that I'm playing. Alright, let's see what Faceless Agent grabs us. I'm gonna guess a boar of some kind. Yep, we got a boar. Changeling Outcast. Not the best without the Foundry, but that's okay. We take all boars here. Sometimes this thing being unblockable is really, really good. Alright, they seem to believe that I'm not running basics, which, I mean, I am. But maybe they just need mana fixing themselves. They need that second green. Alright, let's attack. And then what we can do is get a swamp here so that we don't take any damage as we cast our Changeling Outcast. Okay, nice. We got Satyr Wayfinder. That'll be helpful for maybe getting some boars into our graveyard. Some big old boars. And even if not, you know, it'll get us closer towards End Raise Forerunner mana. Alright, they have destroyed our land. It is a sad day for us. We can't play our Nessian Boar this turn. But we did get a land back. We did get a boar in the graveyard. Just attack with that. No reason not to. I would love to trade Faceless Agent here. Okay. Well, looks like I'm gonna do Drover on my turn, just to get my boars out of the graveyard. Alright, nice. Now we're getting full value from the Drover. We are going hog wild. Boar, boar, boar. More boars. Get in there. Alright, we've reanimated our boars. We have a very good contingent of boars in play. I'm feeling good about this game, now that all my friends are here. My friends, the boars. Next turn, we don't nearly have End Raise Forerunner mana, but that's alright. Alright, well, let's just get in there, see what happens. I think what's going to happen is our opponent is going to take a lot of damage. But we'll see. Yep, alright, so they go to 4. And I don't know what we would be afraid of here. I'm just going to play another Nessian Boar. And a Universal Automaton, the world's tiniest boar. Tied for tiniest boar with Changeling Outcast. Alright. Our boars have done it. We've won the boar wars. Alright. What do we want to do against this land destruction deck? I don't think we care. Yeah, I just don't think we care. Let's just go back in there. Our boars got it done. I'm not worried. Alright. Not the best start, but we do have a way to discard the Endray's Forerunner, so I am going to keep. Hello. Alright, getting some mana ramp. I am just going to play this out. Get Universal Automaton down there, maybe we can poke. Alright, Burning Tree. One of the reasons why I did want to keep this hand is because it is so land heavy. Like, if they are going to try to... no attacks. Let's play this, though. If they are going to try to attack our mana base, at least we have ways to get back in the game. I've been considering running the Forest Cycler too. Maybe that would be better than some of these 1/1s. Yeah, I don't know. We might do some live brewing and see what happens. I do like the early game that these have the potential to give you, but I mean, it is an A+B early game combo, and these 1/1s really aren't that great on their own, so... I don't know. Still, obviously, early days for these hogs. We'll see what the most optimal build strategy is for our porcine friends. I think what makes the most sense here is to just attack with our folks. If they want to block, that's fine. Alright, and then I think what I want to do is just get Yorion to hand for now. I think that's the most efficient use of our mana. We're not hurting for land drops just yet. In fact, if they're not destroying our lands, then... Okay, well, there we go. Alright. In this case, I am liking these 1/1s because they're keeping these goblins at bay, which is nice. And you know what? I am going to just do this now. Discard a card. Destroy that. Just because I feel like the creatures aren't going to get that much bigger than that, and I don't know what... They might have Planeswalkers, they might have Karn. That might have been a bit of a spew there, now that I'm thinking about it. Because they could have Karn to start freezing out our lands with liquid metal coating, so hopefully that won't happen, but... Alright, just play that tapped. Get in there for our 1. Malakir Rebirth is probably going to be on land duty. Klothys is going to drain us out pretty quickly. We'll get another green source here, I suppose. Ah, well, there's that. They're pausing here like they got something. Like, you got in a braid, or... Oh, also, I should have gotten a second white source. What am I doing? I was thinking that in the deck itself, there's nothing that requires a second white source, but obviously the Yorion does, so... Yep. Well, I am gonna do this. Keep all our folks in play. This thing's just gonna kill me. Yeah, well, maybe not. What we can do is get this, put this into play, and then we can start at least counter draining. Knowing that they have this, though, can help us sideboard for the next game. No, well, yeah, that's fine. You got me. Good game. So, yeah, we do want these marches in there. And I think it's fine to just take out, like, changeling outcasts. I think that's fine. Alright, let's go with that. Because changeling outcasts can't even block the 2/1s. They're just, like, unblockable folks, which... If I just feel like if we need to rely on that, we're in very bad shape, so let's not play to that. Yeah, sure, let's go with this. Hello. I'm probably just gonna go for Satyr Wayfinder, not try to disrupt that just yet. But I might, next turn. We'll see what I draw. I also might just, Boseiju this land. Depends on what they do. I hope they put another Utopia Sprawl on it. Oh, they didn't. Oh well. Alright. Get in there for the 1. And I am going to do this because if they're not doing anything on 3 mana this turn, maybe they won't do anything on 3 mana this turn. It seems I have been correct in this regard. Alright. Get Yorion to hand. Get in there for our 1. Did not mill any boars, sadly. Guessing this is going to be Burning Tree Emissary into a 4-mana land destruction spell. Yep, there it is. Okay. I'm just gonna destroy that one. Because my fella can trade with them in combat. Alright, we got that. No reason to play that untapped that I can see. And then we just pass. I don't know why sometimes it stops in their upkeep. I don't have a stop set there. What are you gonna do? So, we'll see if we're able to cast the Yorion. I really hope that we're going to have access to our 5th mana to cast Yorion and Drover. Drover's not that great right now, but hopefully will be at some point in the near future. We do have a Bone Shards to discard a big old boar. Alright. Just pass. Assuming they got another one. Yep. Yeah, I'll block. Alright, let's see if we can get back into this. Alright. We might have to do the sad drover. Which, I mean, is fine in this instance. Like, we can get a second little pig, I think is probably the best one to do. Yep. Fortunately, they don't have a huge clock, but, I mean, it's an unfortunate matchup because we do require 5 lands to do the cool things in this deck, but, you know, what are you going to do? Alright, well, that's good. We'll play Retrofitter. We'll play that, and I actually do think I'm going to do this here. Auto pay. I'm just going to get rid of that. Like, I'm not casting that anytime soon, so... How many trolls? 1, 2, 2 trolls? Okay. So we still have, like, 2 more trolls, which is good. I think our white sources are down to just 1 at this point, which is unfortunate, but... Oh, well, nope, we got that, which is nice. 1, 2, 3. Let's get rid of that. Get in there for our 1. Donk him a little. Give him a little donk, a little bonk on the donk. Alright, nice. Do I have any boars? I have no boars. I am boarless. Alright, let's just play this. Get a second little pig. Conjure. Alright, you got me. I'll get a second little pig because that one's actually a clock. Never mind. It is not actually a clock. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Just double checking to make sure I'm not doing the thing where you activate, let's see, what do I think I need to get rid of here? Whatever. I don't know if they have a way to get stuff out of their graveyard, so I don't think it matters. Two more lands. We get to cast the big pig. We'll see if it comes to that. We got 2 big pigs. It's kind of interesting that they spent all of their, I guess I'll do that just in case they can reanimate creatures. They spent all of their land removal cards on my boring lands, and now this living cottage with a face is able to attack for damage. No, no. My cottage. It made me 2 foods. At the very least, I have these foods. Alright. I'll make the plays I can make. There's like no reason for me to save this food. There's like no synergies or anything like that that I'm waiting to use them on, so I'll just, okay. That feels like a bit of a waste, but that's fine. Could have just donked. Could have just attacked, but saved that for a big boar. Nice. What do I want to get here? I think Luris makes the most sense. Because I get to immediately Luris and then play something out of my graveyard. Sure. Alright, we got Luris in the picture. Playstater, Wayfinder, maybe find... nope, but we do have some hogs in there now, which is good. Now if we get a drover, we're in good shape. Also, we are slowly making our way back up to, I'll block that. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I didn't have to block that. And I could have just won here, but that's fine. Should have played that one. That's fine. 4, 5, 6, 7. I've been dealt 2 damage to. I will eat a piece of food before my imminent Big Pig victory. Big Pig! Good game. Getting it done with a Big Pig. Happy about that. All right. I'm actually kind of wondering now, like, if that Thopter Foundry makes that much, like, makes sense in this deck. Like, Let's do some live brewing for a sec. All right. So one thing I was thinking, like, let me just look at the mana costs involved here. So, like, I'm glad that we won. We're doing all right. But let me just think if there's better. Because one thing I was thinking, it would give up on some of the early game, but let me just, hold on. Changeling. I'm pretty sure there's like not a ton of type creature. Because this doesn't just say reanimate boars, it does say reanimate boar creatures. Not that I think that matters, but if there was like a boar artifact, we don't want to look at that. We don't want blue. I know Yorion's blue, but this deck is not. Alright. I mean, one thing that we could do with this is, instead of having this as a beginning, we could do Porcine Portent for extra removal. And then we still have 8 cards to get in here. So what we could do is just have some more early game removal. I don't like it, actually, because this is a little slow. Like, we would need to do like, we need to put these marches in just to have like something to do in the early game. The Lurises don't make sense in this version. Yeah, there's nothing good to reanimate here, right? There's a 3/5. No. Yeah, there's not like good changelings or like good high-end changelings. Well, let's put this on the back burner for now. Discard changes. Let's try that other hog deck. The one with the Swine Rebellion. We'll see how this one does. Yeah, that Drover card is like pretty good actually. Like, if there were a few better boars, I feel like it would be in really good shape. But this version is a little bit more aggro. Sure, we'll keep. It's not the best hand, but enters tapped. We have Swine Rebellion on 3. Or maybe we're just gonna Porcine Portent on 3. We'll see what they cast. Okay, we're gonna Porcine Portent on 3. And then we'll see what we draw. We might just play Porcine Portent on 4. I would like to save Swine Rebellion for when we have three boars in play, but we'll see what is drawn here. Alright. Yeah, let's just get this out of the way while we have the 4 mana. Alright. They're getting their mana under them. Let's see if we draw a removal spell for that Archdruid. I don't really have a way to... Yeah. The best that I can do is play this, I think. And this, and this. And then end the turn. If they attack with a lot of stuff this turn, I might be able to get their Elvish Archdruid. Oh, not looking great. Okay, that's not ideal. But we'll see what they get. Yeah, that's fine, you got me. I don't have a way to kill that. I don't have a way to enable Revolt, so... alright, let's get those in there. So we can at least fight back a little bit. We don't need... Well, no, those little pigs are still good. We don't need Grave Shifter. Probably cut down on our card draw cards. Alright, we'll try that. This is why I went to the other version, because, like, even though this version, I don't know, it feels like it's not quite up to the power level. The other deck is at least, like, doing big things, so that even if, you know, even if you have, like, a little bit of a rough spot in the game, you still have outs to, like, you know, going big with the big pig. Alright, let's play that, and let's get rid of that and hopefully slow them down a little. Next turn we can do first little pig. That gives us 2 pigs in play, which is nice. Got a white source. Yeah, this deck is like more mid-rangey, and I just don't know that the meta is ideal for mid-range pigs at the moment. Also, you could probably do a much better version of this deck if you just run 60 cards, but I like Yorion with the Drover too much, so maybe that's on me. Opponent deep in the tank after tapping out. Alright. Yeah, not looking great, honestly. Whoops, should have attacked there. My bad. I'm not used to playing with Changeling Outcast. So I sometimes forget that he's just a sneaky little guy. Yeah, and also, like, this version of this deck just, like, has very little play against a deck that's going wide. Because it kind of assumes that it, too, will go wide with the Swine Rebellion, but okay, that's fine. Let's go back to the other one. I think that Swine Rebellion is currently a little too hard to set up, at least in this shell. I still think it's worthwhile trying to test some things out, and like I will keep trying. Like I said, I think that this version of the deck could probably be a 60-card deck. Like you just drop Yorion, you run maybe maybe something like this, where you run that, you run Fiend Artisan, you cut down on these, probably just have one of those. And probably just start shaving from there, but I'm not going to do that now. But there is, I feel like there is some potential with Swine Rebellion. I just at the moment don't particularly like it. Let's go back to the other one, or at least at the moment I haven't figured out a way to really make it work. Like when it does work, it is very good. Obviously you just play right into sweepers sometimes, which, you know, it's not that good in that instance, but I mean, any go wide deck is going to have problems with sweepers. So it is possible that yeah, the 60-card version should probably just be running Invasion of Gobakhan in the main, just as a way to help prevent against sweepers being devastating. But really what that deck needs is like another 1-drop boar. If it had another 1-drop boar, I think it would be much more viable. Sure. I'm not used to like Retrofitter Foundry decks, but it seems like that's doable, like keepable. I guess they're an Enchantress deck. Don't know what they're up to over there. It looks like something not super fair, but we did get a land, which is nice. Get a white source. A2 life. Let's get down a universal automaton and pass. Convert it into a construct. Oh, nice. We're getting there on lands, which is good. Thopter. Another foundry. Alright. They're getting their stuff in there. The one thing about the other deck, though, is that, like, the porcine portents do help make the 1/1s feel a little stronger, which is nice. Alright. I don't think I have any good answers to these enchantments. In the main deck, I think I'm gonna need to, like, I'll have to sideboard in, what is this called, March, so I can get rid of some of these things, but Let's make a servo. Make a 4/4 out of that boy. Alright, getting some lands. Let's get that. And I'll play that. Just attack with everybody. Just try to get those 9 lives over with as soon as possible. You know, looks like we're gonna be just shy this time around, because I don't have means of interacting with that here. Alright. Good game. Alright, we'll put in these folks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So we don't need those. We'll cut down on these. And therefore those. Probably don't need Liliana. Or Fatal Push. We'll try that instead. Obviously they can still have things like Sithis and the Weaver, but hopefully if we attack their hand, then that'll be good enough. We'll see. Alright, give it a shot. Guess we do this. It's not great for the mana, but Idyllic Tutor, Solemnity, Phyrexian Unlife, Spark Rupture. I'm just gonna get rid of the Solemnity. That's the thing that actually works with all these other things. Gonna sit this, which is pretty good. Get the 9 lives out of here for at least a little bit longer. I think this is probably better to do now. What is this thing? Something about planeswalkers. I don't really care. Alright, we got our invasion transformed. Our cottage will start to get bigger. And we'll see what we can do. Alright, well, that's something we can do next turn. I'll even remove my own Thoughtseize. Okay. Alright, there's that hallowed thing. down to 10. I think it makes sense here to take a turn off to invest in something that might not be able to get blocked. And pass. It's not looking great. We haven't seen a whatever it's called yet. Yeah, that's fine. Just need to remove that with a march at some point. Well, I mean, I guess we just keep attacking for now. Because they're still not at, so we'll need 2 marches, which is unfortunate, but... my invasion of Kopakan. I'm assuming that this is going to put the nail in the coffin here. If they give all of their enchantment shrouds, then we're just done. Which is unfortunate. Yep, that's fine. You got us. Good game. Whoops, I missed the good game. Alright, so yeah, this deck isn't like a super huge player in the metagames. Like, I'm not terribly upset about that happening. That is one area where the Swine Rebellion deck like is actually has an advantage though, because you get First Little Pig, which is able to exile enchantments and stuff like that. So that is something to be said for this. Also, I do think that the early game makes a little bit more sense if you also have a Swine Rebellion that you're working towards. I am kind of curious, like, what would this... I'm gonna do some live brewing, I suppose. We didn't end up doing anything with this, so I'll just get rid of that. Just thinking, like, okay, so if we want to focus on... I do like having 2 of these, though, is the problem. Maybe we can shave on these and put in... Well, I guess if we're going no Yorion route, then this is enough on its own. And maybe we don't need Troll of Khazad-dûm in a 60-card deck. We get 26 lands, we can cut like 2. Okay, now we just need to cut 10 more cards. Suppose that could go to a 3. I mean, if we're trying to maximize for Swine Rebellion, I suppose this could even be a 2. We could get rid of those. We can put in a couple of those just to get some different names in there. We can cut that. Because Swine Rebellion will make more. Suppose that can go down too. Oh, I suppose 24. One thing we could do is just cut a few lands. I'd like that to be a 3, actually. So, I mean, I guess we could just cut that entirely and just, like, see how this does as a 60-card deck. We're only running 22 lands, but there are 4 Malakir Rebirths. Is that actually good in this deck, actually? I'm not sure about that. I think running 2 is fine. Just run 1 and 1. I don't think I want that at all.
Just run that. Sure, let's give it a shot. Oh, and we need one more sideboard card. Masked Vandals. No. Just run some additional. Maybe gets like some graveyard disruption stuff in here. Sure, let's just put in just something to get rid of their graveyard. Alright. Let's try this pig deck. I think the reason why I wanted to run it with Yorion is just because Porcine Portent is good to blink, but there's really not that many cards in that version in this deck that are good for blinking. There's Porcine Portent and there's Drover, and that's basically it. So I'm curious to try to see if the 60 card version is a bit more consistent with getting the Swine Rebellion to happen. We'll see how it goes. Part of the fun of new cards is figuring out when they work and when they don't. Alright. Play first. We got Swine Rebellion. Keep. I'm gonna hope that I draw an untapped land for next turn so that I can get Swine Rebellion going as fast as possible. Yeah. Alright. Let's get Brindle Shout out there first, actually. And hopefully we'll be able to get Swine Rebellion down before they start removing lands, since apparently this is a deck that folks are playing right now. I was unaware that land destruction had crept into the meta to this extent, but I guess it makes sense. There have been a lot of ramp decks that I've been playing recently, so I suppose one way to tackle that is... Oh, no, we're in Jund. Okay. Alright, there's that. Here's this little pig. And then I'll pass. Brindle Shout is a new name on either side, so... Here's hoping they just play something insane like Shieldred. And they don't kill my pigs, my precious pigs. Oh no, my precious pig! Oh well. Maybe I can draw a 1-mana pig on my next turn and we can still be en route for a Swine Rebellion. Sure, I'll block. Oh, well. I think it's still worth it to play this. We'll get that, and we'll get, one of those. Put that one into play. And next turn, if we draw another Swine Rebellion, then we can cast it. Okay, so we have the answer to that in the first little pig. That's why I kept it in hand.
Oh no, my second little pig. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't want to throw away my universal automaton just yet. And this is costing them life to draw, so we're in the part of the game where that might matter. All right. First little pig, get out there. Eat the ring. Good pig. Let's hold that back. Just offering up the trade. I like attacking into the ring sometimes just to offer up trades. Maybe that's a silly thing to do, but there's like a plausible deniability that like whether or not you've actually forgotten about doing it, and they might be like, oh, I'll snap that off. So I find that if I want a trade to happen, I will just attack into their invincible face. Just to fish. Alright, this is getting a little dire. I would like to find a drover at this point. Oh no, my first pig. Yep. Yeah, I think that this deck is kind of neat in a way, but like I also believe that it's a little vulnerable because like you need all of your pigs to live in order to be able to cast Swine Rebellion with the upside. And a lot of decks have early removal, so I'm just not sure that that's the way to build these decks. Like, I do think that the more drover-based one is probably the better way to go. Alright, we'll see what happens. They are at 5. I can make second little pig fly and fly over twice. I don't know if I will survive doing that, but, well, now I'm definitely not going to survive doing it. Okay, well, I'll block. We'll see what we draw. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I'm still technically alive if I draw another blocker. Which I didn't do, so that's fine. But we almost did it. Alright, so what do I want to do here? I want to draw my removal better. But I will put in another pig. Take that out, because they can just remove it. And we'll just go with this. We'll see how this does. Alright. We need more lands than that. I guess I'll give it a shot. I think I am going to keep the drover, put back the swamp. And we'll start out on Changeling Outcasts. Should have started out on a Retrofitter Foundry, I guess. I'm assuming they're not going to take the drover here. Yeah. Alright, well we got Swine Rebellion next turn. We can get second and first pig, which is pretty good. Yeah, like Swine Rebellion isn't terrible as a 3-mana spell. It's just like not excellent. Like, assuming you're not getting the full complement of pigs. But it does set us up for... Okay, not sure why that was taking so long, but... Alright, there goes the second little pig. So if we draw one more land, we're in okay shape. We get to drover back at least the second little pig. Just cast this. Same deal. Just put that directly into the battlefield this time. Because if they kill it, then that's fine. I'll just play the first little pig and activate it. Otherwise, I can activate it and then play second little pig. I guess playing out the second little pig would have been maybe better, because I could have offered to block with the... Alright. Yeah, maybe it was better to play out the second little pig. I don't know. I kind of wanted there to be multiple little pigs in the graveyard in case I do draw a land, because I do think that reanimating would be better, but... First little pig is not bad. Like, I don't think it's necessarily as good as Haywire might, but it's not bad in this format. And I mean, it does get to stick around. And if you want to reset it, you can. It just needs to die and bring it back, which you can do with Drover, so. But yeah, I think that this is just kind of proving what I thought, which is that I just don't think that this version of the deck is really super viable. It's fun, but I don't know. I haven't found a way to make it feel super viable yet. Alright, let's get this into play. Get 2 of our boars back, our boar buds. Alright. I will get a, sure, black, why not? Next turn, I can grow the second little pig, play a second little pig. Also, the first little pig and second little pig are charming, just because when you're running them into multiples, you have to say things like that. Yeah, I can grow my second little pig and play out the second little pig to help hold the fort. Yeah, because that is going to murder the Planeswalker. This kills the Planeswalker. Yeah, the first and second little pig are, like, legitimately, like, fine cards, especially if you are going to be reanimating them. Like I said before, second little pig stays... let's just do this. I don't have to deal with you. Draw land. Alright, I should have been more specific. turn. You got my drover. Alright, good game. The pigs are surprisingly good. Alright, let's just run this back. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is the way to build this deck. I don't know. But it just seems that Swine Rebellion might be a little too difficult to work towards. And although the payoff is good, the payoff is more easily dealt with than the payoffs in the Reanimator Drover deck. Like, getting a 7/7 haste into play that pumps your team is very, very good. Porcine Portent might be worth playing, though. Like, I'll take another look at that deck and see if maybe I can squeeze in the Porcine Portents. Sure. You got me. My rebellion. Snuffed out before it even truly began. Don't worry, comrades. We'll continue to fight on your stead. In your stead. Not on your stead. Porcine comrades like, don't stead on me, bro. I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, so we got a delated halfling. My 1/1 has been fatal pushed. We'll play that. We'll play this. Because I don't have a way to turn on fatal push at the moment, I'm just going to use it to hopefully slow them down. They could have potentially had Shieldred this turn, and I'm just not set up to deal with that at the moment. I guess they could play Crucius. Scavenging Ooze. I regret my fatal pushing. Alright. Boom, boom. The two good pigs. Alright, so they have a 4/4 of their own. Crucius, there they are. I will block. I don't think I would have played the Crucius pre-combat if I were my opponent. I think I would have waited until I attack, because there's no way I'm blocking that Scavenging Ooze. But now I do. Alright. I'm just gonna start getting in there. Second little pig. I don't like that they have two cards in hand and a Crucius in play. I'm not feeling great about this particular match because they got my endgame covered with the Scavenging Ooze. Glissa is not really my favorite either. Yeah, I just feel like, especially against these like Jund decks, the Swine Rebellion just isn't a good enough payoff. But, you know, again, we'll see how this goes. We're not dead yet. They're over there discarding removal spells, so... I think I'm gonna save this first little pig. Okay. Take action. Give me that plains. Given this, I think I am going to play this, and no, I'm not. I will take it. Alright, I go to 9. What's your follow-up? Dotsies. My pig. My first little pig. Alright, let's see what we got. Yep. Let's get the first little pig back. Yeah, we're not winning this one. That's alright. Good game. Just didn't get there, got too many lands. Alright, let's go back to the Reanimator one, because I feel like that is the better deck so far. I should probably make a copy of this, because I'm about to make changes. Okay, Hog Wild. Copy this. This is why I have so many decks. Alright. So, thinking about it... The problem that I have with this deck is in its early game. So like one way to do this, which I think I was looking at before, was instead of Retrofitter Foundries, we do Fiend, Partisan, we do... Instead of those, Porcine, because that's extra removal. We cut those, we run Witherbloom. We don't want this as much anymore. Bear? Is this better? I don't know that it is. This is exile a creature, and then you get that. You know what? I'm gonna save and exit this, but I don't think I like this version better necessarily. Let's just play with the original version, but that is a way I think we can go with it. I'm just not sold on it, and I want to play more with the original list to get a better sense of what it needs. Because like if you do get the beginning where you're able to trade in those 1/1s for 4/4s, like that is a pretty decent start. It's just, you know, kind of weak if you're not doing that. But we are doing that, so let's give it a shot. I'm gonna learn from my mistakes and play the Retrofitter Foundry first. Alright, there's that boy. Sure. Actually, I'm just gonna block first. Okay. I'll trade. If we get one more land, then Faceless Agent can come into play. If we get a green source in specific, then we're just in good shape. Neither. I'm hoping that this will give them some pause. I haven't played against Knight of the Ebon Legion in a while, and I forgot that they could just pump it up right now. So that's my error. Alright. I'll just jump here. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's do this first. So we already have 2 hogs. Next turn, I can Cross and Tusker for plains. Alright. You got me. And they still have enough to pump up their guy. Oh no. Okay. I think what I want to do here is not risk it. I'm just gonna Cross and Tusker cycle. Alright. Yep. I could very easily be dead to another Gary, but we'll see. We'll get another white source, even though I don't. Well, I do need it for Yorion. I keep thinking I don't need it, but I do. Okay, so here we're just gonna do this. Boar, boar, boar. Got another Gary. If you don't have another Gary, I feel like I'm in good shape. But if they do have another Gary, I'm dead. So let's hope they don't have another Gary. All right, that's fine. Alright, I'll do this. Block. Block. Alright, and now we'll do that. We still have 3, so I'll just do this again. Boar, boar. I'm gonna get that because it can block. And I will attack because I'm bold. Because I need to kill them somehow. Alright, that's good. Yep. You got a lot of murderous riders. Lots of murder happening over there. Sack this fella. Ooh. I can't do everything that I want to do, sadly. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's just attack with all these folks. 1, 2. Let's leave those boys home for now. 3, 4. It's actually bad. I'll just attack with the Croson Tusker. Alright, and then I'll play this. And I'll play this. And we'll see if we can win next turn. Yeah, I got that boar. The big old boar. Alright. At the beginning of your upkeep, you murder me. Great. Good to know. Alright. There's that. There's this. There's that. And then I think this is fine. Alright, you go to the back. You draw 4 cards. Yep. Any instant-based cards? Seems like 8 mana is happening. Alright, that saves them 4 life. But 4 life was not enough. Alright. Big hogs, getting it done. Alright, what do we want to sideboard? I kind of think nothing. Maybe some more removal. No, I don't think so. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think you'll find that it's fine. Alright. Let's see what we got. Not the best. But I'll keep it. Let's see what they open with. I think I'm gonna start on the Restless Cottage just to get it out of the way. Alright, they do have a knight. Yep, let's do this. I'm not gonna play Retrofitter Foundry here. I'm just gonna hold up Fatal Push and Troll. Get another green source. Oops, let's do that instead. And let's just commit to Faceless Agent first. Wait on Liliana. There's a big boar. The big boars. Oh no, my graveyard. Alright, let's now do this. And do this. And do this. And turn. That seems ill-advised, but maybe they have a fatal push and they just had to, you know, take their medicine on this, or we won, I guess. Maybe they forgot. Yeah, I like this version of the deck a lot better, and just in general. Sorry, Swine Rebellion. Let's give it another go. All right. Let's see what our hogs have in store for them today. Sure, let's give it a shot. Bloomin' Marsh. Changeling Outcast. Next turn we have Universal Automaton. Next turn, we got Faceless Agent. Oh my gosh. So violent. So violent. We got the big hogs. I'm offering to trade my Universal Automaton for your Tangled Florahedron. No lands in hand is what that means. Okay. Play that. We'll play this. See what's up. Nice. Got several big boys in the graveyard. Yeah, sure. I'll trade this for another hog. Let's see what hog we get. Small hog. Tiny little strange hog. Metal hog. Metal Gear oinking. Alright, they are ramping. Would love to get a drover, but we, alas, did not get one. Let's attack with this one little fella. Play a big boar. Oh no, my boar got bounced. Alright, on my turn I can cycle the troll, get a second white source, play the boar back out, and then I'm 2 lands away from big boars. Seems like a plan. Yeah, I don't need to worry about a paltry 4 damage. I have large boars to protect me. Uh-oh. What do they need to protect me from? What 5-drop is this gonna be? Massacre Girl would wipe my board, but it would also wipe theirs. Yeah, that's fine. She's an artifact. Yeah, I'll pick those 2. That wasn't the worst. I've played a lot of decks that use, like, Eldritch Evolution and stuff. And I've always had, like, Cataclysmic Gear Hulk is one of those cards that I've had in sometimes. But I've been kind of disappointed with its performance. But Hero looks fine. Don't know why that can't happen to me. Alright. Well. I mean, I guess I'll do this. Take out one of these big beefy boys. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I would scoop here, but I just kind of want to see what they're doing over there. Because they are playing a bit of a rogue deck. I'd like to know what I'm gonna be up against in game 2. I mean, obviously they're like, you know, a Neoform Eldritch Evolution deck, but I am curious to see what their top end is. Like, Primeval Titan just got them 2 kind of non-consequential lands. I'm assuming because of the presence of the World Tree that they do have Golos as one of their 5s they can Eldritch Evolution into. I would assume Atraxa is probably what this Primeval Titan is going to turn into in a hot second here. Which would be good for me because then, like, I would feel pretty safe scooping and, I'll block there, that's fine. Also, I would get to see 10 more cards of their deck, which is helpful for going into game 3. Give me a better idea about what lines they could possibly have. Yep. Oh, okay. So they have another Titan? Maybe? Kogla. Okay. Well, I mean, as long as I got game to play, I'm gonna keep playing it. They're gonna be able to attack with their Kogla and destroy this Retrofitter Foundry, but I will be able to at least cash in my Universal Automaton. Oh. Just getting more information. Alright, well, that'll do it. Good game. I guess that's why they didn't Eldritch Evolution. So I guess Sarah's Emissary is their main top end. Okay, so given that, I think Invasion of Gobekon is going to be pretty good. Don't think I need that, don't think I need that. Let's just go. Alright, what do we got? Slow F in hand here. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, well this is not better. Mulligan. Sure. Toss, toss. Done. Toss that out there. Turn 2, I'll just play Undergrown Tomb tapped. No, I won't. I will play it untapped and play Satyr Wayfinder. Okay, got 3 hogs in the yard. Not the best hogs to have in the yard, but they're still yard hogs nonetheless. That is a much better yard hog. Yeah, let's actually just do this now. I don't care about holding things up. Get one of those. And we got one of those. Okay. I will remember to attack with my outcast this time. Get in those little chunks where I can. Next turn, I can Yorion and Swamp Cycle. Not sure if that's what I want to do. We'll see what I draw. Yep. Alright, who is this forceful cultivator turning into? Nobody yet. Alright, well this is a much better line. I'm assuming they have a counter spell. That's what this pause is about. Not quite sure what this Liliana consternation is. To Lily or not to Lily? This is the question my opponent is wrestling with. I like this music for this. It's very intense. Will the Liliana resolve? What's going on with that Liliana? Schrodinger's Planeswalker. Is she entering the battlefield or not? Is my opponent, like, gone? Maybe they just got disconnected briefly? Sometimes the client do be hanging up. Well, it seems like it's not on my end because that just, like, instantly happened, so... let's get one of these. It's fine. Alright, well they're back now, so I don't know what happened, but... let's attack first. And, like, let's see what happens, shall we? Alright, they have a Frilled Mystic, is what happens. Let's not discard. I'll just keep my invasion. Alright, let's cycle this. one of these. What you got over there? Another Frilled Mystic. I see. Alright, let's get Yorion to hands. I'm glad they're back. We got him on an 8-turn clock. Oh, after this I gotta go. But, which is a shame because I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose this in pretty spectacular fashion, but, you know, what are you gonna do? So far, I do like this version of the deck better. I think Drover of the Swine is the real, like, standout of all the stuff. Third Frilled Mystic. Hell yeah. Alright. We'll see what they got. I got nothing. I got some 1/1s that can't even turn into 4/4s. I do think that this outcast part of the deck probably needs some work. I think it's a little too flimsy for an early game. Like, it's possible... Wormcoil Engine. Alright. Yeah, you got me. Like, let's go to the deck builder. I think that there is a version of this deck that works that, like, uses a similar setup to my Forgefire deck. Like a similar engine for getting stuff in the graveyard, which is... yeah, so, like, instead of... this... and no, like, we can leave those in. One thing we could do is run these, run Forgefire. Suppose we could cut that down. We could do something like this. In this case, I don't like Porcine Portent. I'd rather be running something like... well... could cut 2 from there, 1 from there. And we could cut... yeah, you know what? Let's cut those. And then we could run... Ephemerate, 3, and then... Witness. We could run that instead. You know what? Let's give this a throw. And then I'll go. We'll do one more. Because I have been having decent luck with that Forgefire deck, so... once just a nervous village boy with a knack for elementary cantrips, Johann was chosen to be an apprentice to the sorcerer of Caervillon. But now with his master asleep, he is desperate to find a way to undo the elemental chaos he has inadvertently caused. I guess that's Johann's story. I didn't know Johann had a story. Not sure why the queue is this long. Suppose we could jump out and jump back in just in case something's off. Because usually it doesn't take that long. Maybe people are too afraid of my powerful hogs. It's a common affliction, and quite frankly, it's understandable. These hogs are quite powerful, as we've seen. Oh. Pantera is not afraid of the pig power that my deck contains. I can make this work. It's not like the greatest hand, but it can get there. I do have Troll to lead into my mill buddies. Pantera, not sure about their hand. I'll keep this. We do get got by turn 1 Thoughtseize. That's the only risk we're taking here, though. Okay, so we're doing all right so far. I think because I don't need a white, I'm just gonna get a basic swamp here. Am I taking 4? Yeah, 5. Okay. Alright, I'll just do this now. Because I also have the Croson Tusker to help me find a white, so... let's do this, because if it whiffs, I can still block the Gitu Lava Runner. Okay. Make him think twice about attacking, maybe. What do we got in there? We got 2 hogs. Okay, get those. I think it makes the most sense to just do that and pass here. Leave up Fatal Push for the Monetary Swift Spear because we're going to be taking ungodly amounts of damage otherwise. Yep, there's that. Well, not ungodly, but... well, maybe 3 is an ungodly number. Yep, there's Skewer. I go to 6. I'm about to go to 4. On my turn, hopefully I draw a land. Not that one, but whatever. Just get Liliana going. Try to save life where we can. But things are not looking great, I gotta admit. One thing I could do is Croson. Nah, that's not great. That's probably death right there. Okay. Well, I mean, I gotta do that. And I guess I'll do this. Get rid of that. So that at the very least I can... pretend like I'm doing something. No, that's game. Okay. Early removal is what we want. Can cut one of those, can cut one of those, can cut one of those. And can cut one of these. All right. I can make this work. Looks alright. We got Beseiju. Troll finds basic swamp because we already got white taken care of. Turn 2, we have Blanchwood Prowler. If we want to. Which probably we do. Because that curves out better. Fatal Push I think is best used for later. But we'll see what our opponent's doing. Pantera. Yep. Alright. Get ourselves a swamp. Okay. It's pretty good. I'll just play this. I think we got time to develop. Alright. It is a 2-2, so now we can theoretically... If they just go like Swiftspear, then we have a blocker, which is nice, but don't think that's going to happen. We do have Satyr Wayfinder and Timeless Witness in the graveyard as things that we can get back, which is great. We can get Satyr Wayfinder first, keep the party going, and then get back Timeless Witness to maybe get Troll out of the graveyard. I'm not blocking that. That was crazy talk. Alright, there's that. I mean, they can just destroy something, so I'm not going to do that. But we do have Porcine Portent to help a little. Let's see what they do with their mana. Prefer to wait to play Forgefire until I have a Malakir Rebirth or an Ephemerate to help protect it. Alright, we got Kumano. Okay. Wondering it doesn't seem like I'm lagging, but you know, my fella's dead. Alright. We will portent that 3-power creature. Okay. Play another Branchwood Prowler. Hopefully find a land. We did not find one, but we did get a 2-2, which is great because it can block this Kumano. And because we are digging closer to finding a land, which is nice. We're at pretty good life so far. think what makes the most sense is to fatal push that lava runner. Because that's always going to be a 3-3. Whereas they're going to have to work to get the Swift Spear up to that high. Don't mind going to 10. Nope. Alright, well there's something. We can Porcine Portent. And next turn we can play one of the Porcine Portents. Alright, we got a Soul Scar Mage. And we'll see what they do. Quite a few things that the opponent can do here. They can bolt the Prowler to just try to attack. Nope, that's not what they're doing. They're coming for me instead. Which is fine by me. Alright, I will Porcine Portent that fella. And I will block here. Okay. Ugh. Alright, well, if we get a land, we're in okay shape, but... not looking so hot, if I'm being perfectly honest. If they activate that here, we're going to 1, which is not ideal. Yeah, we don't really even have many pigs in the graveyard at the moment. Go to 2. Whoops. Some stuff fell. It's alright. So if we get an untapped land here... Okay. Then maybe we don't die, but we're still in pretty bad shape. We do have... No, we don't. Okay, well. So, we do that. We do that. We do that. We go to 1. What do we want to do here? I think we'll get a Satyr Wayfinder. Get that. Okay. We'll just get that out of the old graveyard. We'll just do that for now. And see what they got. We're dead to any burn spell. Sadly, none of the pigs help us gain life. Shadow Spear would be incredible here, but we don't have one of those. Alright. Let's get Wayfinder. Long pause. we got Wayfinder. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, well, we'll play that. If we don't die, then we're in good shape. And I will get the first low pig here just to be safe. Because there are things that my opponent could get that... let's go with that. Just because I can, like, play around them having, like, a steal your creature type thing here, but we'll see. There we go. Alright, you got me. Good game. Close, though. Close, though. It's possible that I might want some... So one thing that I'm thinking of that might make this deck a little bit better is, we march in the main instead of Fatal Push. That gives us more outs to, like, random stuff too, even though it is more mana intensive. And then in the sideboard, against aggro decks like that, we can run Lonely End, specifically when it's going to gain us the life. So we can try that. But yeah, I think this deck is, like, fine. Still working on it. I think that there's some potential here for Drover of the Swine, particularly with the big boars. But, I mean, I also, you know... It's just a matter of figuring out, like, the numbers and what works. Like, we did run into some problems there where, like, Drover of the Swine didn't have enough boars. So, like, it might be that this isn't the way to build it, and that the better way to build it is actually this version, which does... Wait. Yeah, that does run some, like, smaller hogs. It's possible that... we don't want Satyr Wayfinder necessarily, and what we do want are just, like, some 2-drop hogs to help bridge the gap. Like, so maybe we cut Luris, maybe we cut one of these and one of these, and we run, like, 2 and 2. Not sure, but it is something to consider. I think that this is the way I'm gonna maybe go forward with this, but yeah, fun decks. I think that it is fun when things work out and you're able to win with a bunch of boars. I don't think that it's the most powerful thing that you can be doing in the format at the moment, but I do think it's neat. I do think it's neat that it is something that you can do. But alright, that's it for me for now, because I have to go do other things. But thanks for stopping by, and I hope that you are able to go hog wild in your own historic matches. Alright, bye.